it will be the first video, and I hope you learn a lot. Now before we start, I'm going to give a quick history lesson. The Romans invented this language a long time ago when they still had their empire. It was a large empire stretching from Europe to Asia and parts of Africa. So they formulated this language so they could pass down knowledge to their generations, and many important scholars like Isaac Newton and Archimedes use this language to write their books. And today, even college students learn this language because it's very effective in studying old and ancient manuscripts that were written with this language. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that history lesson, but now we're going to continue with our Latin lesson. We're going to divide our lesson to two separate parts. The first one is going to be our vocabulary list, and the second part is going to be our suffixes. Now, before we start, we're just going to quickly run through these vocabulary words. Amo means love, nato means swim, do means give, sto means stand, lavo means wash, oro means speak, par means prepare, and porto means carry. These are the most basic Latin words that I've found so far, and they're the ones all beginners learn, so I'm decided to put those up. And I hope you study this because it's very important and will help you out. Now we're going to head on to our grammar lesson since there's nothing else to say. Okay, first off, I've already prepared a little, noticing that all the last letters end in an O. And to add suffixes like this, ost, mus, int, you're only going to need O's at the end. If you don't have O's, you're going to need a different lesson. And so this is the basic lesson, so that's where we're starting from. O is the simplest to conjugate. All you have to do is simply drop the O, change it to an A, and add your suffix. Now, A already means I, so I love, because amo means love. And let's say we want to write you love, which is the next one, S. We simply write amas. Pretty simple, just drop the O and add your suffix. Now, T is one of the most hardest of all suffixes, I think, because it's actually made up of 3 words. T represents he, she, or it, so you gotta watch that. Okay, the next suffix is mus. It reminds me of that mammal, but it's not that mammal and it's spelled wrong. It's M-U-S, not M-O-O-S-E, and it means we, so amamas. Excuse me, amamus. Okay, tis is next, and this you is plural. That is, if you're addressing a very large crowd. If you want to talk singularly, that means to one particular person, you're going to have to use the S. Okay? So, let's continue with the plural you, amatas, amatis. Sorry for my poor penmanship, it's very hard to write from here. Okay, and nt is the final one, so let's do that again. Drop the O, add an A, and add our suffix. And I'd really be happy if you guys took a paper and conjugated all these words and add their suffix. It'll really help you out. And in the next lessons, you're going to see why, because there's going to be so much things you have to learn, and I recommend you learn the basic things. Because I remember that when I first studied Latin, and I continued to advanced level, I realized that I was starting to forget the most basic things, and I had to reread the first book, which was pretty annoying because I thought I had that covered, but I didn't. So I strongly recommend the basics are the fundamental building blocks of Latin. So I strongly recommend that you study all these words. And thank you for watching this video. I'll be making one shortly, and subscribe and like if this helped. Bye.